Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom. Make sure you have your disciplines ready and let's get started. That's right folks, the Kickstarter funded indie action RPG Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom has finally released. Being on PS4, Xbox One and PC, Shyness stars you as Shadow, a young Waki from Kenpow that finds himself being the one selected by a Shyness spirit to go on the long journey to destroy the dark sheet that's rumbling in the lands once again. Also stopping a war that's between two factions once more. It's up to Shadow and an uncanny cast of characters to band together to resolve these issues going on in Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom. My first pro for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that the story of this game is lengthy, it's good, and has choices that craft your storyline and what you receive at the end of the game. Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom will come with a surprisingly lengthy story for an indie title. My playthrough maxed out at over 50 hours and that was just finally scratching the surface of the game. It's also written very good. It gauges your interest with each character and has choices and decisions that craft your experience of the game itself. It's definitely a pro for me. My second pro for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that the game's combat is extremely unique for an action RPG. Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom combines both the gameplay of the older Naruto games and the stylings of a fighting game with RPG elements and makes this unique system where you're playing a 2.5D fighter with moments of an RPG on the battlefield. You even have super moves that's called hypers where they do an extreme amount of damage on the character depending on your level. Shyness has a combat system you wouldn't expect for an action RPG and nails it. It's a pro for me. My next pro for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that the boss fights in this game are dope. You have these over-the-top boss fights throughout the story where each fight you can expect what's next. One fight turns an old king who turns into a giant spider as his final form, a dead mother taking kids away from their families as a sign of wanting her son back, but being this giant demon in her fight, bandit kings, subsidiary boss fights with characters called the Dream Eater, and all kinds of crazy moments that'll really capture your eye. It's a pro for me. My next pro for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that the art styles for this game are nice. When you're in game actually playing, Shyness has this beautiful and vibrant world popping out at you. It's easy and lush on the eyes in places like the Mantaran camp and being on Mantara itself. Dark and gritty when you're in places such as the Old King's Castle and the tribal land of the Korgwin. And the cutscene art style is pretty cool as well. Comic book strips and scenes form the action of what's being told next and setting up the game. It's definitely a pro for me. My next pro for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that the music in this game really captures the essence of this game as well. When you're in the open world exploring, it's a chilled and relaxing tune playing as you're making your way to the next lands. Varying from fight to fight, the battle music has this hard rock riff kicking in the background that sounds like it would fit right in on any anime. The boss music varies theme by theme, but each one can be placed on a boss from other games that fit right in. Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom has great music and is definitely a pro for me. My last and final pro for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that it's a very deep and complex RPG. In Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom, every little item and discipline, fighting style, and distance discipline matters, as they give you some great attributes and buffs. Some work well for your character, some work against your character, some have a specific specialty that'll help your character get better. Knowing how the game plays around the uses of the distance and discipline system, it grows on you. The complexity gets familiar and makes for one hell of a game. It's definitely a pro for me. My first con for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that the puzzles in this game are way too easy and way too dependent on one character all the time. The puzzles in this game usually don't fully utilize all 3 to 5 characters in your party in this game all the time. Rather, it usually stems on using 2 characters or 1 mainly for their character specialties. Pokey is generally used for his Chi Flux while everyone else barely gets used. The puzzles are too simple and too easy for just one character. It's definitely a con for me. My next con for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that there's a few minor technical things that's pretty noticeable in the open world. You have quite a few invisible walls posted everywhere that stops you from getting to place even quicker. You don't have any swim mechanics. You can trip over animals and other various random things in game, get stuck on rocks, party members get in the way a lot, especially in enclosed spaces. Camera has a lot of wonky moments that's extremely noticeable and definitely a momentum killer at times, and a few more bugs and glitches that need to be ironed out. It's a con for me. My last and final con for Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom is that there is an overabundance of times where you have to sit and read through dialogue, and majority of the time you can't skip. I would at least enjoy having the pleasure at least having the voices to coincide alongside the dialogue to make up for some of the unskippable moments. But there's just moments where the dialogue can get extremely hammy, cheesy, or just sometimes do entirely too much within the dialogue itself and be a turnoff as you're playing. It's one thing to sit and listen, but to sit and read through dialogue and not being able to skip is definitely a con for me. But all in all, Shyness the Lightning Kingdom is not only a fantastic game, but also a fantastic RPG as well. It has a great story with decisions and great writing, fun and fast-paced fighting game like combat that's different for an RPG, unique and awesomely crafted bosses, a visual style that's both beautiful and cool to look at both in-game and cutscene, wonderful music that captures the tone and vibe of the game in a deep and complex RPG where everything does matter for your character. However, Shyness the Lightning Kingdom does also have some issues as well, such as the ridiculously easy puzzles, the open world having some glaring bugs and glitches sometimes, and the fact that there's so much dialogue you have to sit and read through. But with that being said, I'll be giving Shyness the Lightning Kingdom a 4 out of 5. Alright guys, that concludes my Shyness the Lightning Kingdom review. Stay tuned because I have many more reviews coming for you guys this week. This week follows up with The Surge, NBA Playgrounds, Dead by Daylight, Prey, Little Nightmares, Outlast 2. I have some games in the pipeline that I'm working on, so be there. Go check out my previous review on Friday the 13th. Go check out my Let's Plays on Outlast 2, Heavy Rain, Until Dawn, the current playthrough of Alien Isolation that I'll be hopping back onto as well. And until next time, and until the next video, guys, we'll tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out. I thank you guys for watching this review, and hit that like and subscribe button for me, please, on your way out. Thanks.